Hi folks, there's a Fairy Village sign, well half of it. So we're in the Fairy Village Woods Walk and Talk. There you go. Well, today I think we're going to be talking about gym workout, because I went to the gym, that was good, and church. Certainly church in Scotland, because that is a mess. Well, to say the least, it's a complete fucking mess. Anyway, gym workout first. Yes, went to the gym today, hour downstairs in the cafe workout, cafe gym, and then hour upstairs. So downstairs, found out the max on upper chest, which is 90 kilograms, so that's cool. So, did the, Lucy, will you leave it? Leave it loose. No, too big, go. Take a little stick. There you go, loose. Take that, come on, get on with it. Nutter. Trying to take a big sticky and trying to bite bits off it so you can take it better. And then take a small sticky, you nutter. Didn't you, eh? Nutter. Go on. Yeah, so that was good, but yeah, I killed it. Cable crossover's fixed, so I was able to use that, so that's good. Again, used it to kill the upper chest a bit more. If you can't kill it enough, I don't think there's anyone coming. Not this way. I saw people going the other direction, which was, okay. Mollie, come. There's a new Fairy Village sign. There you go. Well, not new, we've seen it a few times. But I showed you the one that's broken. Just in case you have not seen any of these videos, there's a new sign. Oh. Good people that put that up, clearly. Oh. Anyway, so yes. So I did, first of all, the 90, so 75 was a start, then I think about 80, 85, then 90, got to 90. And 90 was about it, I could do 4 reps. I could have done more. Could have gone for more, but I felt, again, the resistor muscles in the right shoulder complained a bit. So, I don't want to push them to the point of being completely useless again. So I thought, right, 90 I do. That'd do for max, yeah. It's still more than what I weigh. I weigh 80, so that ain't bad. At 51 years of age, that's not bad at all. So there you go. That's okay. But then what did I do after that? I didn't do any arms downstairs. I didn't do any legs downstairs. So the hour took some time. Yeah, that was a very, very quick hour today. Yeah. I didn't do very much at all downstairs compared to what I normally would do. And even when I went upstairs, there was a lot of things I missed that I didn't do. Should have done, but didn't do. So, I need to... Even though when I was doing a lot of things I was doing them fairly quickly. I still run out of time to finish. Maybe I'm trying to chuck too many things in. I think what I need to do is now 2 hours downstairs, then 1 hour upstairs, because there's things I can do upstairs that I can't really do downstairs. So what I need to do is downstairs do chest, shoulders, arms. Well, no, not arms, okay. Chest, shoulders, do that. So with shoulders, you've got a lot of shoulders, and leg raise, could do that as well. So leg raise, chest, shoulders, and I could do biceps. I could focus on doing biceps downstairs as part of arms and triceps. And forearms, because if I'm doing shoulders as well, do arms downstairs as well. Then upstairs, just do upper back, legs, and a bit more on shoulders, what I didn't do downstairs, because there's battery things I didn't do downstairs. But, upper back, that takes a while to do. Legs can take a while to do. So if I don't do legs, if I leave legs for upstairs, do upper back, that sort of area, and then legs upstairs, that'd be good. But I think what I've got to go back to is what I was doing before, really, which is warm up, then max. On everything, warm up, then max, rather than 3 sets or 2 sets, then max, then 2 sets down, Just do max as many times as you can. And even push the max. So next time, go heavier with the max. As heavier as you can, really. To increase max. And then after a while, once you start to feel there's no real gains on that, then go back to what you're doing, what I was doing. Today, 2 sets leading up to max, then 2 sets back down on everything. Therefore, killing the muscle in a different way. So instead of doing loads on max, you're doing a bit more cardio because you're doing 5 sets and you're doing it quick. Like 30 seconds between sets. Yeah, your breathing ends up being a lot quicker. Yeah, because you're not really taking much of a break. And your muscles do hurt a lot more afterwards. Because again, you're not taking much of a break. So you're pushing the muscles to the point where they really can't do anymore. Because the thing about when you're doing max, you're taking a lot longer. 3 minutes maybe between sets. So when you're only taking 14 seconds, or 30 seconds before sets, the difference is immense. What it can do to the body, even though you're lifting lighter. Who am I missing? Am I missing someone again? You never know. We've got Mollie, Lucy, and we've got Amber further ahead. Okay. And there's Chewie, and there is Smiley Riley. Right, so yeah, that seems to be the plan with regards to that, because when upstairs I did lateral pull down, I did low row, lateral pull down again, that was just over 100 kilograms for that one, so that was cool because that's probably about max on that one, so I was able to do that after doing max downstairs, so that's good. That's low row, so lateral pull down, that wasn't that heavy. I think I got to about 75 with that one. Didn't get any more with that. I wasn't really bothered because I did the low row first. I figured, well, I've just gone max, so with an upper back exercise, so there's no point trying to go max again. Amber, leave. God knows what she's eating, but yeah. Whatever it is, it's something she probably shouldn't be eating. It could be squirrel poop or anything like that. Amber, come here. Stay with Dad. Yeah. So, I have to keep changing hands because when doing things like arms, even holding your arm at an angle, where your elbow's bent, and you're holding something, and you're holding your arm in the same position for a while, it starts to get achy, even though the phone doesn't weigh anything at all. It's just staying in that position is what makes it go a bit stiff. So you just need to stretch out the arm a bit, because it's a forearm area. So all fun and games, indeed. So that's that. Anyway, church. Okay. I was watching a bit of talk radio yesterday. It was Mike Graham and he had Peter Hitchens on. Peter Hitchens started talking about the fact that he went to church. This was yesterday that it was on. So on Sunday he went to church. His minister was wearing a mask. Everyone else was wearing a mask. That's what he was talking about. And the fact he wasn't wearing a mask. The minister came up to him and she said, "You should be wearing a mask." Blah, 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 blah. And he said, "Excuse me, I come to meet with God. I didn't come to get a lecture on stupid government policies that don't really help." And, well, anyway, from that point, what did I get from that? What was the one thing that really screamed out to me on that one? In England, the churches are open. In Scotland, they're not. Now, why are they not open in Scotland? Well, really, the churches in Scotland aren't bothered about not being open, are they really? Who are they obeying? I mean, the biggest question with regards to the church is, who are you obeying? Are you obeying God or are you obeying the government? Man, basically. Who are you sent to serve? God or man? Well, whoever you're obeying is who you're serving. Now, okay. Can I say with 100% certainty that God has told the church, certainly every church or any church in particular, to meet? Can I say that with 100% certainty? No. No, of course not. Not with 100% certainty. 70? Yeah. Yeah. The reason why I can say that is quite simple. We have a situation now. All right, come here, Amber. Amber, come. Come here, babes. Not having you do that. Stay with Dad. Well, I don't know if there's any dogs ahead. Anyway, we have a situation now where young people are getting more and more hopeless now. I mean, the idea is in COVID, they're getting so much more hopeless about ever finding their ideal job. Hopelessness is spreading, right? What do you need when there's hopelessness? Faith. Who's the one that's supposed to have faith? The church. The church is closed for business. They're closed. The church is shut down. Obeying government. Government says church is shut. Church says, yes, government, we're shut. We won't dare to open. Look at the scriptures, folks. What does the scripture say? God says, you will be taken before judges for my name's sake. When you come before judges, I will give you the words to speak. You will be taken before judges. Is it legal for the government to tell people they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this, they can't do that? No, it's not. You know, the Scottish government were telling students that they couldn't go home, right? That they had to be locked down. They took it to court. Not the government, the students, or the students' parents took it to court. Somebody did. The government lost. They lost. What they were doing was unconstitutional. They didn't have the right to do that. In a case of war, in a case of something like war, you have, or some sort of serious national emergency, you have the right to do that. Well, we've already had lockdown. This isn't lockdown. This isn't an emergency situation. We don't have that many cases. We don't have that many deaths. Basically, with all the precautions that we've got already in hand, COVID is pretty much covered. The problem is governments want to have control. It's a key thing. What they want is control. Also, what they don't want is to become known as the killer government. So, of course, they are full of fear. They're making decisions based upon fear, not faith, fear. So now we have, I think either today or yesterday, the 1 millionth person to die from COVID-related illness in the world. Now, of course, that sounds incredibly scary, and the way it's reported sounds incredibly scary, and that's what the governments want, people to be scared, right? As I said before, there's such a thing called a spirit of fear, because the Lord said, I have not given you a spirit of fear. And that's because there is such a thing called a spirit of fear. So he said, I've not given you a spirit of fear. But the problem is we see the spirit of fear operating within the media, within the governments, all over the world. They're making decisions for COVID that are destroying their economies, that are destroying all their other healthcare situations. Yeah, like you've got people who should be on medication or treatment for heart disease, lung disease, all that sort of stuff, kidney disease. They're going to die. All those people are going to die because everyone's focused on COVID. COVID is basically the flu plus a bit. That's what COVID is. The flu plus a bit. To most people, it's not deadly. Yeah, he's just rolling along, isn't he, that man? You know, to most people, the COVID isn't deadly. If you are obese, if you're a smoker, if you have conditions, medical conditions that make you susceptible, well then, yeah, stay away from it. You know, be wise, stay away from people in general. Because you're likely to get COVID. But if you get it, you're not likely to get it, but if you get it, you're likely to get it bad. Because COVID loves, certainly obese people, oh, it loves them. Absolutely loves them. Lots to attack. You know, it's one of COVID's favourite type of people. Stop eating rubbish, Amber. Be a good girl. Yeah, I have no idea what she picked up there. There's cones there, but nothing else that I can see. Maybe because she's at it. So, yes, the church. What's the church supposed to be doing? Spreading faith. When you have a spirit of fear being spread by the media, by the governments, what's the church supposed to be doing? Shining light upon that. What is the church doing? No, we're shut. We're shut. It's all very well, church is doing little bits here, little bits there, little bit of some online stuff. Excuse me, you're supposed to be out there. Get out there. I don't care what the government says. Stand up. Certainly pray about it seriously. If God says, if there's even the slightest chance that God is saying open, open. Open. If you're then taken to court and you lose, then maybe God wasn't telling you to open. Doesn't matter, does it? You lose a court case, so what? Doesn't matter. Yeah. If you go to court, you owe it. In court, you just say, look, there's a spirit of fear being pushed out among the media, among the governments of the world. We are supposed to be the ones spreading faith and hope. There's a lot of hopelessness right now, so we had to get out there. We had to get back together so we can get people ready to get out there. So we can try and defeat this. But in Scotland, the church says, nah. Like you used to have that comedy programme. Oh, computer says no. Well, in Scotland, church says no. That's it, isn't it? Church says no. I would basically say if there's going to be revival, sod Scotland. Yeah. Church in Scotland, bye-bye. You can die. If you're happy to sit down while the world is going to shit, and you're happy to sit down and say, nothing to do with me, government said we've got to close. You've got to close. If there's any type of revival, you deserve to be left behind. You deserve nothing. Nothing at all. As part of the body, you should be seriously ashamed of yourselves. Seriously ashamed of yourselves. You know, if you're shut at a time when the nation, when the world is in incredible need, and you're shut, when your community is in need, and you're shut, and all these things are going on and you're shut, what's the point of you? Stay shut. Just stay shut. There's no point of you in any way, shape or form, is there? If you can't actually be functional and be helping people and be a functioning unit, shining light in the darkness at a time when there's real darkness, what on earth is the point of you? That's the reality, isn't it, really? Lucy, come. Lucy. That's it, bring your sticky, that's fine. Yeah, that is the reality of the situation, isn't it? Yeah. Is there any point to you as an organisation? Are you doing anywhere near what you should be doing? No. See, I've said, you know, if you're a church and you are part of you have your meeting in a school, again, you need to look at yourself and say, what are we doing? Why do we not have a building that we can use whenever we need to use it? Why don't we have that? We should have that. What if we need to hold a meeting all of a sudden? All of us. What if we start to expand and then we need to hold a meeting all of a sudden? How are we going to do that? We need a building. We need to start walking out in faith that we are going to grow. no, because then you're going to pay for the building, you're going to raise money. Well, what about God providing for you? Have you never heard about that? Oh, but of course that's not so easy, is it? Because God doesn't just provide. You have to maybe do something. And of course you're not willing to do whatever it is you need to do. Yeah? I mean, look, realistically speaking, if I'm in a situation when God starts using me at a time of revival and tells me to go to church in Scotland, I'll go. But basically what I'm done, I'm going to say to them, you need to repent. When you were needed, what were you doing? When there was needed light, what did you do? You sat down. You put a lampshade on the light. Shutting it off. You turned the light off, actually. Yeah, really useful. Mollie Collie, come. Come, baby. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. You gave your life to God. Your life doesn't belong to you anymore. If it doesn't belong to you, then why on earth are you making decisions based upon what the government is saying when you should be making decisions based upon what God is saying to you? And as I say, come on, I'm not saying 100% chance, certainty that every single church in Scotland has been told to stay open, or has been told to reopen. Some most certainly have. Most certainly have. Certainly, if there is any spiritual life in a church, that church has been told to stay open or to reopen because it's needed. The dead ones, of course, God's not going to tell the dead churches to stay open. What's the point? They wouldn't hear him anyway. Yeah, that's the reality, isn't it? Come here, Amber. Amber, come. Come here, Bubs. Stay with Dad. Alright, that is the reality of the situation, isn't it? 1 second, let's see if anyone's there. There's no one there. Good. Might have another walk around. But yeah, that's the situation. That is the reality of, So, any spiritual churches, God has told you. If you think your church is alive spiritually, your church has been told to reopen. Why on earth would God not have told you to reopen? There's a massive need for it. A massive need for it. You are not accountable to the government. You are accountable to God. Simple as that. So start acting as if you're accountable to God. I mean, look, come on. I will concede, maybe, it's quite possible, so maybe not every single spiritual church has been told to be open. Right? Maybe not every single spiritual church. But why is it they all seem to be closed? Whether they're all closed, I don't know. But why is it they all seem to be closed? I'll leave you with that question. So you take care, God bless, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.